After the successful failure of Metaverse, Meta has completely shifted its focus towards artificial intelligence and its integration with its social applications. Now a new dumb AI chatbot icon has appeared on Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp without prior information, and users have no option to disable it. The company has publicly stated that the Meta AI chatbot cannot be turned off or disabled from the search experience within their apps, and it is an integrated feature they are pushing across their platforms. Now if you're tired of these chatbots, there is a way. Simply stop using those applications. Meta has a long history of privacy violations and data misuse scandals, and the company has faced multiple fines from European regulators for breaching data protection laws and disregarding user privacy rights. In 2023 alone, Meta was fined a total of $1.3 billion by European regulators for violating the EU's General Data Protection Regulation through improper transfer of personal data of European users to the United States without adequate safeguards. This fine, issued by Ireland's Data Protection Commission, stands as the largest General Data Protection Regulation fine ever imposed till date. The controversy surrounding Meta's use of Facebook and Instagram photos for training its AI models centers on several issues. Firstly, there's a lack of transparency and user consent. Meta's privacy policy allows them to use posts and photos shared on their platforms for AI training, but this is opt-in by default, which means that the users aren't explicitly asked for their personal consent. Additionally, the opt-out mechanism Meta provides for users who object to their data being used for AI is extremely convoluted and misleading. Requiring users to fill out a complex form with personal reasons just to view the opt-out page is seen as an intentional tactic to discourage users from opting out. If you have not opted out yet from this feature, then they might already have their model trained on your photos or videos. Secondly, there's been criticism over Meta's automatic labeling of photos as made with AI when they may have only been minimally edited using tools like Adobe Photoshop, rather than being primarily AI generated. This has caused confusion and frustration among photographers and content creators. Thirdly, users have limited control over the data used for AI training. While Meta allows opting out of third-party data usage, there's no option to exclude personal content from Facebook and Instagram from being used in training datasets. Lastly, concerns about potential misuse of Meta's AI models for creating misleading or deceptive content, particularly around significant events like elections, have been raised. Now talking about Meta's large language model, Meta Llama could be considered third in rank among LLMs after OpenAI GPT model and Google's Gemini. But after the release of Llama 2, it has faced significant criticisms from the open source community. While Llama 2 is freely available for research and commercial use, the licensing terms imposed by Meta violate the core tenets of open source software. The restrictions on commercial use, lack of public access to the source, and limitations on derivative works all disqualify it from being considered truly open source software, which emphasize freedom to use, modify, and distribute the software without restrictions. Now, Meta has not even provided clear information on how the data will be used to train its AI models, which has led to multiple concerns that it could be used for purposes beyond what users expect. Their privacy policy even states that for the developing and improving their artificial intelligence, user data may be shared with any third party. That raises main concerns about the lack of control over how the data is used. After spending and losing billions of dollars in the metaverse, Meta said it expects capital expenditures to invest in infrastructure for artificial intelligence in 2024 to fall in the range of $35 billion to $40 billion. Zuckerberg has expressed confidence that Meta's AI investments will pay off in the long run, citing the company's track record of successful long-term product investments like Instagram Reels and Stories. Meta's investment in AI is no different, Zuckerberg said, and he even cautioned that the returns for artificial intelligence will take some time. Talking about the relations between Meta and Apple, they were on friendlier terms nearly a decade ago when the iPhone maker was integrating Facebook into iOS. However, the companies have become fierce rivals in recent years, competing over AI, home devices, and mixed reality headsets. Even though Apple's Vision Pro is way more expensive than Meta's Quest headsets, it offers much more functionality and competes fiercely with Meta Quest headset in the market. These two giants had discussed an AI partnership recently in March 2024, and the discussion were brief but did not progress to a formal stage. Later in June, Apple rejected overtures by Meta Platform to integrate the social networking company's AI chatbot into the iPhone, and the decision to reject Meta highlights Apple's cautious and strategic approach to AI collaborations, prioritizing privacy and quality. Now, if Meta says that they care about its users' privacy, everyone who understands them might laugh, because despite public promises to improve privacy protections, Meta has continued to make changes to its platforms that often undermine user privacy, such as the introduction of targeted advertising and the expansion of data collection practices. That's the reason why nobody was interested in the little AI chatbot on their platforms. The company's business model is heavily reliant on the collection and monetization of user data, which creates a fundamental conflict of interest between Meta's stated commitment to privacy and its financial incentives. There is also a perception that Meta's primary motivation is to maintain its dominance in the digital advertising market, rather than to empower users with meaningful privacy controls. Now, the most effective way for Meta to move forward might be to prioritize showing a sincere and thorough commitment to transparency regarding its AI systems. This approach has the potential to rebuild trust and ensure accountability. However, for it to be truly effective, Meta must also implement broader changes to its business practices and data management policies, and this comprehensive strategy is essential for addressing the recent concerns of both users and regulators.